Nigri ni Mawanzo. Gold is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man, Adam, called son Eshun. Mother Nature, Mother Earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Matthew 1, 2, 3, whose name is go with us in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, Nigeria, land of the gods. Ki Swahili, Kunta Kinte, Tower of Babel, first tongue of man. Peace from above. Amani Toka. You peace from above. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Good to be here. We made it by the grace of gold to study another new lesson from Kuramazu Kiribucha Uzima, the book of life. Kiribucha Uzima, the book of life. Kiribucha Uzima. We're reading from Agano, Jipya, Imanuel. New Testament of Emmanuel. Agano, Jipya, Emmanuel. New Testament of Emmanuel. Mark chapter 6. Then he went out from there and came to his own country, and his disciples followed him. And when the Sabbath had come, he began to teach in the synagogue. And many hearing him were astonished, saying, where did this man get these things? And what wisdom is this which is given to him, that such mighty words are performed by his hands? Is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary, and brother of James, Joses, Judas, and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us? So they were offended at him. But Emmanuel said to them, a prophet is not without honor except in his own country, among his own relatives, and in his own house. Now he would do no mighty work there, except that he laid his hands on a few sick people and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief. Then he went about the villages in a circuit teaching. And he called the 12 to himself and began to send them out two by two and gave them power over unclean spirits. He commanded them to take nothing for the journey except the staff, no bag, no bread, no copper in their money belts, but to wear sandals and not to put on two tunics. Teaching, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. He began to teach. See, I don't believe in all that preaching, because my big brother teaching. And gave them power over it. He commanded them to, okay, no bad, but to wear sandals. Also, he said to them, in whatever place you enter a house, stay there till you depart from that place. And whoever will not receive you nor hear you when you depart from there, shake off the dust under your feet as a testimony against them. Assuredly, I say to you, it will be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the city in the day of judgment than for that city. So they went out and teached that people should repent. Oh, excuse me. I have to adjust some of this stuff because, like I said, I put forth efforts not to read first. I like to read with y'all so that I get an understanding. And they cast out many demons and anointed with oil many who were sick and healed them. Now King Herod heard of him, for his name had become well known, and he said, John the Baptist is risen from the dead, and therefore these powers are at work in him. Others said, it is Elijah, and others said, it is the prophet, or like one of the prophets. But when Herod heard, he said, this John, whom I beheaded, he has been raised from the dead. For Herod himself had sent and laid hold of John and bound him in prison for the sake of Herodias, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. Because John had said to Herod, it is not lawful for you to have your brother's wife. Therefore, Herodias held it against him and wanted to kill him, but she could not. For Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just and holy man, and he protected him. And when he heard him, he did many things and heard him gladly. Then the opportune day came when Herod, on his birthday, gave a feast for his nobles, the high officers, and the chief men of Galilee. And when Herodias' daughter herself came in and danced and pleased Herod and those who sat with him, the king said to the girl, ask me whatever you want, and I will give it to you. He also swore to her, whatever you ask me, I will give you up to half of my kingdom. So she went out and said to her mother, what shall I ask? And she said, the head of John the Baptist. Immediately she came in with haste to the king and asked, saying, I want you to give me at once the head of John the Baptist on a platter. And the king was exceedingly sorry. Yet because of the oaths and because of those who sat with him, he did not want to refuse her. Immediately the king sent an executioner and commanded his head to be brought, and he went and beheaded him in prison. Brought his head on a platter and gave it to the girl, and the girl gave it to her mother. When his disciples heard of it, they came and took away his corpse and laid it in a tomb. Then the apostle gathered to Emmanuel and told him all things, both what they had done and what they had taught. Then the disciples? I just turned to apostles. No, then the disciples gathered to Emmanuel, and he said to them, come aside by yourself to a deserted place and rest a while. For there were many coming and going, and they did not even have time to eat. So they departed to a deserted place in the boat by themselves. But the multitude saw them departing, and many knew him and ran there on foot from all the cities. They arrived before them and came together to him. And Emmanuel, when he came out, saw a great multitude and was moved with compassion for them because they were like sheep not having a shepherd. So he began to teach them many things. When the day was now far spent, his disciples came to him and said, this is a deserted place, and already the hour is late. Send them away that they may go into the surrounding country and village and buy themselves bread, for they have nothing to eat. But he answered and said to them, you give them something to eat. And they said to him, shall we go and buy 200 the denarii worth of bread and give them something to eat. But he said to them, how many loaves do you have? Go and see. And when they found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. Then he commanded them to make them all sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in ranks, in hundreds and in fifties. And when he had taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, blessed, and broke the loaves and gave them to his disciples to set before them. And the 2 fish he divided among them all. So they all ate and were filled. And they took up 12 baskets full of fragments and of the fish. Now those who had eaten the loaves were about 5,000 men. Immediately he made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side to Bethsaida, 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 Saida, Bethsaida, while he went, sent the multitude away. And when he had sent them away, he departed to the mountain to pray. Now, when evening came, the boat was in the middle of the sea, and he was alone on the boat on the land. Then he saw them straining at rowing, for the wind was against them. Now, about the 4th watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea, and would have passed them by. And when they saw him walking on the sea, they supposed it was a ghost, and cried out, for they all saw him and were troubled. But immediately he talked with them and said to them, be of good cheer, it is I, do not be afraid. Then he went up into the boat to them, and the wind ceased, and they were greatly amazed in themselves beyond measure, and marveled, for they had not understood about the loaves, because their heart was hardened. And they had crossed when when they had crossed over, they came to the land of Gennesaret and anchored there. And when they came out of the boat, immediately the people recognized him, ran through that whole surrounding region, and began to carry about on beds those who were sick, and wherever they heard he was. Wherever wherever he entered, in the villages, cities, or the country, they laid the sick in the marketplaces and begged him that they might just touch the hem of his garment. And as many as touched him were made well. Hmm, interesting. That's why he was able to tell when a woman touched his garment, because see, do you hear what they say? All they want to do is just touch the hem of his garment, just like that lady touched the hem of his garment and was healed of her flow that had been she had been flowing for years and couldn't stop it. But Emmanuel, one more time. Now, pay close attention. Chapter 6, verse 6. And he, no, 5, no, 6, 4. Let's go to 4. A prophet is not without honor, except in his own country, among his own relatives, and in his own house. Wow. Now he could do no mighty work there, because they were talking about, oh man, is this not the carpenter, the son of Mary? Man, please. So they were offended at him. Because in their mind, see, if you ain't, just like today, 2024, if you ain't a preacher, a minister, a doctor, a judge, see, these people get their title, and that's who they think they are. You know, they don't be who they used to be. They used to be a regular person. Now I'm judge such and such and such. Yeah, I'm doctor such and such. I'm reverend such and such. You understand? Because they feel in their position, in their profession, they're better. See what I'm saying? But that's why they got angry with Emmanuel. Man, please. You ain't nobody. We know you. We watch you grow up. We watch you around your sisters and your brothers. You who? You stand up here talking like you all that. You ain't all that. Man, please. One more time. Hmm. See, because see, the first thing I noticed was when the book say he gave them the power to remove demons. He gave them the power to remove demons, whatever. He didn't give them any power. One more time. See, that's why I say you got to pay attention so that you can understand how the book was manipulated. And for those who really want to understand goals, you can see it. The reason they say he gave them the power so that they could try to like make him in what he ain't. Because he said crystal clear, John 12:44. He that believe in me, believe not in me, but in he who sent me. One more time. He was allowed through he to pass along this gift so that they, them 12, would have the knowledge of Emmanuel. But not all of his knowledge, but they would have the knowledge that he has this power to go to goals. See what I'm saying? See, Emmanuel wasn't running around, oh, here, you got it. Here, you got it. Here, you got it. You can do this and you can do that. No. The ones that he chose through his begotten son to display his power. I keep telling y'all time and time again, know and understand about the power of God of gold. One more time. His begotten son, Emmanuel, was sent so that those who want to understand and acknowledge God of gold can see. One more time. Just like Noah. Nobody was laughing at Noah for building a boat because anybody and everybody could build a boat. Just like he said, in his homeland, he's nobody. He can't, they got so much negativity flowing. He can't even really get into it. Come one more time. One more time. Don't forget who he representing everywhere he go. He's teaching everywhere he go. He ain't preaching. They don't preach, they teach. That's it. The book of life is to be taught to those who see it. Go to war and understand that anything that any prophet or anybody else does, one more time, he was not allowed to give this power to anybody but his 12. 13 again. 13 people could cast out demons. 13 people cast out demons. One more time. Through him. Not Emmanuel. One more time. So understand something. Emmanuel, mortal man. But through Emmanuel, his power. One more time. Like me. I'm sitting here making y'all understand exactly how this whole game go. Because like I said, the way, okay, like 29, chapter 6, verse 29, when his disciples heard of it. 29, then in 30, then the apostles gathered. What do you mean the apostles gathered? What do you mean the apostles? No. See what I'm saying? That's what I've been trying to tell people. You have to pay attention. He allowed them to manipulate this book, but I am allowed to put it back the way it's supposed to be. See, ain't about me having any authority. No. Through his power, through his authority, I'm allowed to put this the way it's supposed to be. I didn't put Emmanuel in there. It was already here in this book. This book already had Emmanuel. Imanuel before I even entered into this world. So it ain't about me trying to teach what I want it to be. It's about He, through me, teaching those who want to know this truth. One more time. Nothing more, nothing less. Understand that it's all about His teachings, all about His power through His begotten Son of man, Adam, the one and only Son of GodWithUs and she, Son, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. And when He was walking on the water, understand something. One more time. His power. See, they were allowed to witness this so they could see Him and understand who He represents. Not who He is, but who He represents. Because they have the knowledge and can teach because He says so. It's like me. College, brain whitewash. Brain whitewash. They picked Jackie Robinson for baseball, been to college. Everybody they picked, been to college. What an amazing thing. Yeah, because you've been brain whitewash, brain whitewash, brain whitewash. True education, Muhammad Ali. Y'all don't understand. True education, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Y'all don't understand. See, what y'all ain't understanding is I look at them who didn't go to college. And those ones connected to Him. Just like they laughed at Him. Just like they told Emmanuel. Your daddy's a carpenter. Y'all ain't nobody. Who is you? Emmanuel, like, I ain't even gonna trip. I know who I am. I know what I'm about. One more time. He is not about trying to glorify Himself. See, that's what they thinking. He gonna come over here acting like He all that. He's doing what He did at home, what He was doing everywhere else. But at home, because they thought they knew Him. One more time. Laughed at Noah because he was building a rocket. Because the safest place to be when it's raining is above the clouds. One more time. That's why they laughed at Noah. Because Noah built a rocket. And guess what? He got instructions from who? Oops. That's why they was laughing. Man, you don't know what you know about a rocket. Where do you think you get ready to go? Man, please. You don't know. You don't even know this. Man, did you? Why? They laughed at him because he was building a rocket. Because to their knowledge, he didn't have knowledge to build a rocket. One more time. They weren't laughing when that rocket took off. Hey, wait a minute. One more time. Through the nostrils. Through the nostrils. Through the nostrils. Trip, seize, trip, seize, trip, seize, cool, calm, collected. One more time. In the name of Emmanuel, I teach His full form of purpose, not mine, because I am just the speaker. He is the microphone. One more time, just like Emmanuel was the lightning rod that everybody seen. I mean, the 12 had knowledge of, and the rest of them seen some of the minor stuff when He was healing people. They had knowledge of him having power. One more time. And those who thought they knew him, you ain't nobody. Okay? Cool. Ain't never tried to be, except a teacher of GodWithUs. One more time. Needy, me, Mawanzo. Go is the beginning. In the name of sheep, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam, the original son, called Son, S-U-N, the mother, nature, mother, earth. In the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, Imanuel, whose name he go with us, Matthew 1, 2, 3. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, land of the golds. Kunta Kite, Ki Swahili, Tower of Babel. Aman Kutoku, peace from above. Trip, seas, trip, seas, trip, seas. Cool, calm, collected.